Tomorrow, on the 27th of September 2025, it will be 1 year since we lost the late, great Maggie Smith. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to review Downton Abbey, a grand finale, the third and final installment of the Downton Abbey movie franchise. Welcome back to me reviewing movies because I have an AMC Movie Pass and I want to be able to write it off on my taxes as a business expense. Now, I'm going to be very honest. I saw every episode of the original show, but I did not see the first movie, and I didn't even know there was a second one. But apparently there was. Downton Abbey, A New Era, which had Maggie Smith. Downton Abbey, a grand finale, was severely lacking in filling the void left by Maggie Smith. And boy, did they try to fill that void. Like most British shows during its original television run, Downton Abbey was not afraid to kill off major characters like Lady Sybil Matthew, actors who just wanted out of their contracts. But the void left by the Dowager Countess of Grantham is kind of too big to overcome. The plot to this movie, like the plot of every Downton Abbey episode, was major things being barely an inconvenience and easily overcome, and not so major things being blown severely out of proportion. And just like an episode of Downton Abbey, it was very pleasant, not very taxing to the brain, and gives you the illusion of culture. Downton Abbey is also a franchise that really benefits from a big major motion picture budget. A lot of the costumes in this movie were not period perfect, but most of that comes down to fabrics and the fact that we do not have access to the same quality of fabrics they did. Just another prime example of how fast fashion has destroyed all fashion. Downton Abbey comes from the brain of Adrian Fellows, who also created the Gilded Age. Downton Abbey, a grand finale, does not have any of the heights that the Gilded Age does when it comes to costumes, but it also doesn't have any of the crushingly low and historically inaccurate blows like the Gilded Age does as well. The Gilded Age, I want to love your costumes. Just choose. Are you doing everything historically accurate and perfect, or hot mess, neon craziness? If you loved Maggie Smith's one-liners like, "What is a weekend?" and "Vulgarity is no substitute for wit," you will be very happy because those lines make it back into this new movie, even though they're not said by her. They're just referencing her. Sometimes referenced by characters that weren't even in the scenes with her originally because these lines are iconic and they needed to be shoehorned in to fill the void that Maggie Smith left. To me, this movie is very much like a can of grocery store frosting. It's perfectly pleasant and you will eat it, but the whole time you're eating it, you know you're missing something better. To me, I found the wrapping up of people's stories that we had already wrapped up in the TV show to be a little extreme, just to have everything tied up in a neat little bow. So I found this movie to be very sweet and very fluffy with no nutritional value whatsoever. All right, my strange little onions, I love you. Have a hug, a cookie, and a juice box. Mwah.